Welcome back to PixelPromenade Intersections, bridging boundaries, co-creating tomorrow. I'm Nico Marzian, your host, and thank you for joining me today. Last week, I introduced the problem and the framework. 4 pillars, each addressing a specific reason why cross-boundary collaboration fails. Today comes the first one, CoLab, collaboration by design. Across organizational project launches, different companies, different tools, different data systems, and different decision cultures. For a while it works on goodwill and shared spreadsheets and carried by the enthusiasm of the people in the room. Then a decision gets made in one channel that no one else sees. Files end up in 3 different places. The technical lead cannot get time with the person who has to sign off. And gradually, the whole thing slows down and falls apart. Not because anyone stopped caring, but because the environment was never built for this kind of work. CoLab is the answer to that, but it is a 2-part answer and both parts matter equally. First, the infrastructure. CoLab is a shared digital environment, a platform that makes collaboration beyond organizational, sector, disciplinary, and functional barriers practically possible. It is not a shared folder or project management tool, just flange-mounted onto existing systems. Instead, it has to be a proper ecosystem infrastructure with shared processes, data exchange, communication channels, documentation, asset and media libraries, co-working features, role and access management, AI-enabled services that participants can use together, and a range of further capabilities that grow with the ecosystem. Think of it in 3 layers. At the base, an open developer layer where third parties can build on and extend the platform, which means the system is extensible infrastructure and not a fixed product. Above that come local or hosted networks, private ecosystems for specific consortia, regions or industry clusters, each with its own governance and commercial model. And at the broader scale is a global network connecting participants across industries, geographies, and time zones. Each layer has its own logic. Participants in a local or hosted network do not automatically expose their data to the global layer. What is shared and with whom is built in the structure. Second, the design philosophy. Here's the part that always gets missed. Technology alone does not move, does it? What turns infrastructure into functioning collaboration is design. Who participates and in what role? How contributions are structured so they align, connect, and remain transparent to the people who need to act on them. How decisions flow. Who proposes, who approves, who is informed, and at what level? What data is shared with whom and under what conditions? How AI services operate across the ecosystem without giving any single actor disproportionate influence and without displacing human judgment where it matters most. This is not a soft problem, it is an architectural one. Every successful cross-boundary collaboration I have been part of had explicit answers to these questions before the work started. Everyone that stalled had assumed the answers would emerge on their own. A hypothetical example. An automotive OEM, a tier 1 supplier, a software startup, and a logistics company are building a seamless, multimodal mobility and logistics service together. Each brings different data, different capabilities, and different sensitivities about what they're willing to expose. Put them in a shared workspace without design governance, and what you get is conflict about data, ownership, about who leads and who follows, about who captures the most value. Design the collaboration, define the roles, structure the data flows, clarify where decisions are made and by whom, build in the mechanisms for fair exchange, and something becomes possible that was not possible before. A shared operational picture of the service, updated in real time, across 4 organizations, with each participant retaining control of what is theirs. The OEM does not see the logistics company's internal routing economics. The startup does not expose its proprietary algorithms. But all 4 can see and act on the shared layer that makes the collaboration work. That is CoLab in practice. Not an app anyone logs into, but a designed environment that makes a specific kind of work possible. CoLab is both of those things simultaneously. The infrastructure and the design philosophy that activates it, the stage, and the rules of the play. So, if you're building or joining a cross-boundary collaboration, ask one question before anything else. Has this environment been designed or merely assembled? A shared workspace is not a collaboration infrastructure. The governance, the roles, the data architecture, these are not details to sort out later. They are the conditions under which the whole thing has any chance of working. And next time comes the second pillar, people in the middle, the human function that most collaborations either do not name, do not resource, or simply do not have, and why its absence is almost always the reason things stall. Thank you for watching. For now, please take care, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.